What is going on, guys? Today we have something a little bit different. My Lexus has gone in for a service and I've got this. It's a Lexus UX200 and I thought I'd just do a little bit of a review on it. I've got it for the day. I'll start off with a few things outside. So straight away I've noticed there's a updated key compared to mine. This is a 2019 model, mine's 2017, so already one change there. We'll do a quick walk around. It does have the same push and hold unlock feature where it opens up all the windows. Notice the sunroof, angles up. That's a bit different to mine. Mine just opens straight back. This is what it looks like. It's a grey colour, it's quite a dark grey. One thing I noticed already is it's got this camera up the front, and I did notice when I was driving it that it's got, I think it reads the road signs in terms of the speed limit, and it displays the speed limit on the instrument cluster, which is pretty cool. Mine definitely doesn't do that. It's got, what do we have here? A cat. Got 18-inch wheels, and alright looking brakes. It's quite dirty. It does also have, see if we can make this work. There we go. Electric boots. So that's pretty cool. You probably wouldn't have it in a sedan anyways, but on this thing, which is a wagon, they do have it. It's alright boot size. Cat's trying to get in the boot. No, you don't. And you just hit the button, and there we go. And closed. That's pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. There's a lot of sort of angular lines on it, which is quite nice. Wheel arches are a bit more square than I'm probably used to, but yeah, looks pretty good. I think it's got some sort of roof rack things on it, maybe at the top. Let's lock it back up. The headlights are really cool. I actually really like that. It's got the daytime running lights, classic antique. This time though, it's integrated into the headlight, whereas with my IS it's actually below the headlights. It's got that very similar front grille, sort of F-Sport grille. I don't think it is an F-Sport, but it does have a very similar grille to that. Fog lights, which I don't think mine's got from memory. And you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a little display there that's for the heads-up display. Alright, so looking through the interior, nice leather seats, nice, quite white. Obviously not really being a sports, well, not being a sports car, being an SUV, they're not as bolstered as what's in mine. And obviously I've got the F-Sport seats in it. I did think this was pretty cool. The start up the screen kind of goes across both the middle display and also this. They've moved away from the joystick, so you've now got this touchpad, which it seems pretty cool. There's obviously gone to it for a reason, but it does look different. The infotainment and it does look different, but it is very similar. Like the menu options and everything like that you go into is all pretty much the same as what's on mine. It does have a cool clock integrated in there. That does not look digital, that looks analog, which I think all Lexus have anyways. That's sort of one of their trademarks. But it looks pretty good. The cup holders are forward instead of Then the armrest, I know there was some complaints about them being in the armrest with the IS, and there's no foot brake for the park brake. Instead you have a little button, but this one's actually order on, order off. As soon as you go into park, it turns it on, and as soon as you come out of park, it does turn it off. This one's got the Mark Levinson speakers. I'm assuming it's a similar or same 15 speaker sound system as what's in mine. That's really cool. Augmented 360 camera, I think it's maybe called, but basically, yeah, bird's eye view, and it legit showed like my driveway and yeah, getting onto the road. All right, the Lexus UX200, small SUV, I think it is. It's probably about the same size as a Mazda CX-3, just from a glance. This is a 2019, and I don't believe they make 2020s, or they have any newer ones, just by a quick look online. 2019 with a couple of Ks on it, probably classed as new or demo. It's 55,000 Australian. These UX200s come with a 2-litre inline 4-cylinder engine, naturally aspirated, making 126 kilowatts and 206, I believe, Newton meters of torque. For a car that weighs 1.5 ton, it's not too bad. That power goes through a CVT gearbox, actually. Not a fan of CVT gearboxes, but this one is actually pretty good, and it tricked me. I actually thought this was a proper auto gearbox probably about the first 10 or 15 minutes of driving this car, because it does sort of change gears, and you've got a manual mode, and you've got 6 gears to choose from in manual mode. So yeah, very sneaky. This thing did trick me, which is a good thing, because it means that, I guess, what people usually see as CVTs being pretty crap, and you know, they're just not fun to drive. Lexus has clearly done something with this gearbox that makes it relatively engaging. I mean, it's still a CVT, don't get me wrong on that, but it's not terrible. I'll give it that, it's not terrible. I have only driven one other car with CVT, which was a Mitsubishi Lancer. I think it was a 2010, and that was horrible. Yeah, that was no fun. I guess 10 years on, and you know, being Lexus, that's supposed to throw a bit of R&D in. So that's probably the thing I'm most impressed about, is this gearbox. There's a few extra features this has that my Lexus IS does not. One being wireless charge. There's a little pad over there you can charge your phone, which is pretty cool. My IS doesn't have that, and I wish it did. It's got your it's got your cooled seats and your heated seats, but it's actually got an auto function in there, so assuming it controls the temperature for either cooled or heated. That's pretty cool. I like that. Heads-up display, and the sign, the function where it reads the speeds, speed signs, works pretty well as well. It seems to pick that up pretty quickly, even going through roadwork areas, etc., where they've got temporary signs. Picks those up pretty well. What else? They've obviously changed to the touchpad. It moved away from the joystick, which there was a lot of negative reviews on. I don't mind the joystick in my IS, but this does seem to work a bit better. The screen, or the infotainment center, does look updated, like it looks newer, but the the menus, and when you go into everything, it's all the same as what's in the IS. I'm not too sure how big the screen is. It is pretty big, maybe the same size or marginally bigger than the one in the IS. The dash is also, the instrument cluster is also fully electric as well. Very similar setup to the IS, except for the fact that the IS has the centerpiece that physically moves over and then brings up another screen. This just has that other screen there permanently, basically. But all the readings and all the different options are all the same. Well, I say it's all the same. It doesn't have obviously a boost gauge because it doesn't have a turbocharger. It doesn't have a G meter. I guess it's not pushed as a sporty car. The IS is pushed as a sports sedan. This is just an SUV, small SUV. What else? Definitely a bit more ergonomic design in terms of the controls. You've got your I guess a lot more finger roll dials, so you can adjust the volume sort of just with your finger on this little controller over here. I don't think as a passenger you'd be using this because it feels more designed for the driver. There aren't any physical buttons for the radio up over there like there is in the IS. Just this and then whatever's through the infotainment center. The fuel economy seems pretty good. I've just been driving like this and averaging 7.7 litres per 100, which I think is pretty reasonable. We're not on the highway or anything, we're just cruising around in the suburbs, so that's pretty good. I mean, I'm getting about 10 litres per 100 in my IS. I don't drive very economically though, to be honest. Some of the other features it had, which is the same as what's in the IS, is forward collision, monitoring and braking. It's got lane assist, where it warns you if you're going out of your lane. It also corrects you as well, moves you back into the lane. It's got blind spot monitoring. It's got parking sensors all over the place. All the same as what's in the IS. There's nothing really additional. I'm assuming the airbags is about the same as well. Could be more. I haven't looked into that just yet. You've got your electric seats, exactly the same as the IS. Forward, back, up, down. You've got your presets.
Caution, approaching red light camera.
Oh, handy. You've got your preset options over here, so you can save your settings. All in all, it's a good little car. It feels very planted. Feels solid on the road. It doesn't feel like a big, heavy, really high up SUV. The steering feels good. The brake feels good. It doesn't have the IS has a little bit of a dull pedal feel. Just for that like split second, that very first start until you're sort of moving and you're up to about 1500 RPM and then sort of takes off. This doesn't have that. It sort of seems quite instant, and I'm in normal mode. I haven't even gone into sport mode. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it for the UX200. We'll get this back to the Lexus dealership and pick up my IS. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you've got any questions or comments, you know where to put them, just down below in the comments field.